Here we go. Wide. Kill.
Check.
22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
Here we go. 47.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check safe.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide. 26.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Say kill. 47.
Check 43.
26.
On second down, Elliott. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Sling.
Going to 54. Wide.
Here's Elliott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
That's good for
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Switch. Watch twitch.
We're going to 53. 26.
Now Elliott. Into the secondary again. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession.
Check. We're going to 54. Why in? Kill. We're going to 54. Going to 54. Why in? 26.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and a yard, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
54, right there. 54.
Now Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
go. Wide in.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
They're going to 53.
SOS.
26.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey. Check the backer.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Going to 54. Wide in.
Hey, alert 3. Showing it. Check 3.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. There we go. Going to 53. 26.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here we go. Wide in.
57. Army.
Here we're going to 54. Wide in.
Shit. Check 9.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
Here we go. Waiting.
55.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Check.
Flag.
Check.
Hey, Red 5-2, come here.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Come to my work. Hey, Alpha, come to my work.
55.
Here's Wentz to throw. Gets around him. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 32.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Undercut.
Sunday.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Slam.
Stand.
Nickel. Shift. Alert 3.
Sunday.
Trying to pick it up with Clement. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Elliott on first down going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go to 54. Line in.
Tighten up.
Line,
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Check pass.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Go to 54. Line in. Kill.
Big gas.
We're going to 54. Wide in. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, here we go. Wide in. Watch the screen. Hey, 47. Watch the screen. Mike 8. All day, baby. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, empty.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Once again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, check, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
25, check 25, check 25.
26.
Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check 26, check 26. Under team.
Go to 54, go to 54. Line.
Check 4. Check.
Prescott from the gun on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Duke Riley gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz defers to Clement. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the carry, here's Clement. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here we go, here we go. Waiting! Hey, Stat.
Man, I got you. Shoot!
Lead 5-3,
Once again, it's Clement. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 84 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wentz. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike spot 4.
Hey, 5-7. Refuse. Man 5-7.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Throwing on first is Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
We're going to 53. Jim.
Prescott from the gun. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, check 20.
They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Clement. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Clement, 84 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but
The turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check. You go tight.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The open man is Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That's good for 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 3. 26.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys